Back in 2019, when I was a sophomore in high school, I remember there was this one girl that I used to text every single night until like 3 a.m. And we'd be FaceTiming each other and getting to know each other, sending pictures to each other, whatever it was. But it was all done online. And I remember I had math class with her. And every time we'd sit down in math class, I would be so scared to sit next to her. That simple task of just sitting next to her, I was scared. I don't know why. Every time we try to have a conversation, it didn't feel organic. It didn't feel as free-flowing as our text conversations. When we were texting, it felt like we could just talk about anything in the world. We were so comfortable with each other. We were just bouncing the energy back and forth. But in person, it was different. It was like we had nothing to say. It was like we couldn't find anything to say. And I remember the interactions just being so awkward. And so this continued on for a few months. And we've been texting, we're continuing to text back and forth until 3 a.m., 4 a.m. And there's this time where I did like her. We were telling each other that, we had never texted this much or quote unquote hung out. Well, we didn't actually hang out in person, but just texted. We had never texted each other so much with any other person. And so this was feeling like it was beginning to be something, but it wasn't, because we were not having any in-person interactions. Because I didn't know what true love meant at that time. I thought that, just the feeling of it was great, but I didn't know what it took to actually love someone. I didn't know the feeling of loving someone. And so after a few months go by, we drifted off. I think it was mutual, but we never really gotten the chance to talk in person. All our interactions were behind this barrier, which was our screens. We felt so comfortable behind this barrier that we didn't feel the need to break it, to go through this barrier and have a face-to-face conversation, genuinely getting to know each other, because you don't get to know each other through social media. You don't get to know each other through text. It's so hard to convey emotion and to understand someone's emotion through text. And I just didn't realize that at the time. I don't think both of us realized it at that time. And it was really based off of the theme that love is blinding. The love that I thought that I had for her, but it wasn't actually love. It was the adrenaline rush of just talking to her every single night for however many hours. And so that taught me that you really gotta just be face to face with that person, man. Relationships aren't built virtually. In this day and age, everyone is so scared to interact with each other face to face or have any conversation. They just hide behind their phones. They don't even want to say hi. And that's something that now I've realized, but that was back in high school, right? That was when I wasn't as cognizant and aware of what a real relationship was. And so this has stuck with me now. And if any of you guys are watching this that are in a similar situation, just talk to her in person. Yes, FaceTiming, texting is great and all, right? But you don't build a genuine relationship off of texting, off of this virtualized tool that we have. It can be a blessing and a curse, but you have to use it wisely and you have to use it to your fullest potential.